So one of the interesting things to me about God is, when I was a kid, I feel like I knew God pretty well. But then in elementary school, you encounter people who don't seem to know Him that well. And that really confused me. Where you try to essentially preach to your classmates and they're not receptive to it. That was very confusing to me at the time. And then what was even more confusing is the period of time after that where I basically sin was kind of coming into its own in my own life. Technically speaking, I know we're born into sin, but I think I became conscious of it around 9 years old. And at the beginning, there's a lot of sadness and sorrow about it because you can't stop it. Well, eventually that sadness and sorrow turns into hardness where you just stop caring. Because it's like, well, what can I do about it? There's nothing I can do about it. And this really, I think it solidified when I was about 16. And then sin kind of had dominion over me for 13 years, I would say. Hardcore sin. Then, well, I got called before that, but I got called sometime in my early 20s, but I didn't get sealed with the blood until I was 29. But the point I'm making is that it's so confusing to me how you can be a child, and everybody says children are innocent, but we're born into sin. But how you can be a child and try to fight against sin and be so unsuccessful at it. I guess the moral of the story is only God's grace prevents us from being sinful. Now, we're all totally depraved, I believe that. We're all totally depraved, I believe that. But I think the moral of the story is the only thing that makes man good, or the only good that man can do, is good that is given to him by the grace of God. Otherwise, there's no way for man to do good. And man will argue that, but man will be wrong.